Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, just like yesterday, we observed by hearing and speaking the glories of a prominent Acharya, prominent disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Similarly, today also is appearance day of Srila Prabhupada's very dear disciple and associate, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Parastotachad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Kumud, Sant Goswami Maharaj. So, there are many glories, but actually what happens is always we have limited time, just 1 hour, and the glories are so many that we are not able to complete in that 1 hour. I'm reading from the book The Glorification of Srila Bhakti Kumud Sant Goswami Maharaj by Shri Srimad Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj from his book My Beloved Masters. So, coming to the essence, his astuteness in service. According to the desire of Srila Prabhupada, prior to that, I must say, once upon a time, my Guru Maharaj and Bhakti Hidayavan Goswami Maharaj, they both visited the house of Shri Bhakti Kumud Sant Goswami Maharaj. And when he was small young boy, seeing his very sober, introvert nature, Guru Maharaj asked his father, Vaikuntha Nath Rai, and mother Ratna Maya Devi, this boy is very sincere. So if you give us permission, can we take this boy to offer to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada? The parents replied, we have no objection. You can ask the boy if he wants to go. So my Guru Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Hidayavan Goswami Maharaj, they asked that boy, would you like to come with us and join Gaudiya Math to serve Srila Prabhupada? And boy said yes. So parent didn't object. Guru Maharaj brought that boy and offered to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And he received Harinam from Srila Prabhupada. So there is one pastime. While hearing the reciprocation of our acharyas with their Guru Maharaj, it gives us so much inspiration, and it gives us one attitude of service mood for entire Guru Parampara. So, coming to this point, that according to the desire of Srila Prabhupada, the daily newspaper Dainik Nadia Prakash was printed from Mayapur. As I expressed this many times, Srila Prabhupada, he had one publication team in which my Guru Maharaj, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and Bhakti Bhudev Shoti Gosai Maharaj were editor-in-chief and was taking care of all publication of Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. There was yearly magazine. There used to be 6 monthly magazine. There was monthly magazine, fortnightly magazine, weekly magazine, and then there was a daily newspaper, Dainik Nadya Prakash. Dainik Nadya Prakash. And not only these magazines, but there were also other books on which Guru Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Bhudev Shoti Gosai Maharaj was working on. So it was very intense seva, day and night, and just day and night. Totally immersed in that seva. Sevananda. There are two Ananda. One is Premananda, another is Sevananda. Which is superior? So everyone have their own perspective. But Yadi Premananda Sevananda Bade is mentioned, if Seva Ananda means the pleasure one drives in service. Is there any pleasure in service? Who can understand this? Who can realize this? One who is always engaged in or inspiring in service. They understand what is the pleasure in that service mode. Even in favorable circumstance and unfavorable circumstances. Service is service. So if any pleasure of prema means ecstasy hampers the service mood, then devotees, they condemn that pleasure. One drives from the pleasure of prema, which is hampering the pleasure in service. So Sevananda, the pleasure in service, is very important. Because if we desire the pleasure of prema ananda, means premananda means pleasure of prema, then that means something, some mixture of our own desires are there. That's why I'm doing this particular seva, because I need some pleasure. But devotees, they always want seva, seva and seva. And there was so much seva at the time of Srila Prabhupada and less seva. So according to desire of Srila Prabhupada, the daily newspaper Dainik Nadya Prakash was printed from Mayapur. One day, it so happened that there was no paper stock for the following day's issue. There was no stock of paper. And the rainy weather was making it difficult to procure a new supply. It was rainy, and in Mayapur, if you are familiar with heavy rain, and sometimes it turns to flood, it's difficult to walk out. So there was no supply of paper stock for the following day's issue. And it Dainik Nadya Prakash means daily newspaper. And imagine if there is no paper, how are they going to print? The rainy weather was making it difficult to procure a new supply. Shri Pranavananda Brahmachari, the paper's editor at that time. Who is that Pranavananda Brahmachari? My Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj. Shri Pranavananda Brahmachari, the paper's editor at the time, informed Srila Prabhupada about the situation and asked him, Prabhupada, what shall we do? Srila Prabhupada asked, Is there anybody who can bring paper from our another press which is in Krishnanagar? Krishnanagar is close to Mayapur, but not that close that one can walk and bring things back to Mayapur. Krishnanagar is say approximately 40 kilometers, 50 around. So there was one press in Krishnanagar which is known as Bhagavad Press. So Srila Prabhupada asked, is there anybody who can bring paper from our other press which is in Krishnanagar? Shri Pranavananda Brahmachari mentioned, means my Guru Maharaj, he told Srila Prabhupada, yes, Radharaman Brahmachari is here. I'm certain he will go if you tell him. I'm sure. Prabhupada, if you tell Radharaman Brahmachari, Srila Bhakti Kumud Sant Goswami Maharaj, Brahmachari name was Radha Raman Brahmachari. One speciality of him, he never ever denied any order of Srila Prabhupada. Any order Srila Prabhupada used to give him, he always used to say yes. There was never a no on his tongue for his Guru Maharaj. So Shri Pranavananda Brahmachari mentioned, Radharaman Brahmachari is here. I am certain he will go if you tell him. Then Srila Prabhupada ordered Radharaman Brahmachari to go, and the boy left immediately for Krishnanagar by bicycle. After riding a considerably far distance in the pouring rain, Sri Radharaman Brahmachari reached his destination. He arrived in that press, Bhagavad Press. The devotees at Bhagavad Press bound the paper supplied to the back of his bicycle. The knots they made, however, were quite loose, and the entire bundle of paper fell to the wet ground during his return journey. So when Sri Radharaman Brahmachari, with a bundle of paper, was stacked behind the bicycle, loosened, and it fell on the ground. The entire bundle of paper fell to the wet ground during his return journey. Sri Radharaman Brahmachari immediately removed his dhoti. Imagine. He's wearing dhoti, right? He took his dhoti out, which measured approximately 5 meters, Maharaj is describing here, and replaced it with his utriya, upper cloth, which measured only 2 meters. So his dhoti and utriya. He took everything, and then using the dhoti, he nicely bound the paper, secured it to the bike, and carefully brought it to Mayapur. See, the service move looks like very small, looks like very simple service. What is the greatness in that? On the bank of Jamuna, in the Ras Leela, when Krishna disappeared from Ras Leela and all the gopis were singing Gopi Geet, and by hearing the Geet, the song sung by the gopis, when Krishna appeared on the scene, Sakshat Manmat, little mild smile, Smith Hasya, mild smile on his face, and feeling little embarrassment. Oh, I was just trying to play with the gopis. But they took it so seriously, they started weeping and crying in separation. But this was just my play. Gopis, they took out their utriyas, like the upper, the shawl, which was smeared with the dust because they were rolling on the ground, on the bank of Jamuna. The sand was there, the dirt was there. And the tears from their eyes with that kajal. So the cloth, the upper shawl, in other words, was not that clean. And they spread it out for Krishna to sit on that. They made an asana for Krishna to sit on. And Krishna, Uh, he happily sat on that, accepted. He accepted the offering of the gopis because this offering is out of love. Uh, so, spreading out or giving one's all possessions. Now, Srila Radharaman Brahmachari, Shri Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj, while returning on that bicycle, whatever he was wearing, dhoti and the upper cloth, utriya, he took out that from his body in that pouring rain, in that weather, bad weather, getting wet, but saving that paper which was which is meant for uh, printing and publishing for the next day, for the following day. Is that seva that simple? No. This is called love for Srila Prabhupada, and this is called love for Srila Prabhupada's service. Offering, it's like it's easy to say, Manasa Deha Geha Jo Kichumor Arpilu Tuapade Shinanda Kishore. Oh Krishna, whatever I have, my body, anyone related to me, my house, everyone, I offer unto your lotus feet. In whatever way you want to keep me, I'm happy with that. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tomar, nitya das prati tuha adhikar. Even if you want to kill me, or if you want to save me, I'm your eternal servant. You are my eternal master, and you have complete rights on this. Complete rights on this eternal servant of yours. This is called Sharanagati. This is called surrenderness. So, one thing common we see, and if we read the biography of all our acharyas, means the prominent disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, one thing common is their Sharanagati, their surrender mood to Srila Prabhupada. So much surrenderness. And I did set this point in Karthik. Everyone liked this point. After surrendering so much to one's Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, there must be some return from Prabhupada to disciples. What they got in return? Giving so much to one's Guru Maharaj, there must be something equally substantial returns from the authorities, means from Prabhupada. Substantial enough. So what they got in return? They got tears in their eyes while uttering the name of Srila Prabhupada, while remembering the teachings, the instructions, the figure, and the reciprocations of Srila Prabhupada. Just while remembering. And that's why we see Srila Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj, when he came to visit my Guru Maharaj, I was personally present there. And whenever disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they come and meet together, they discuss some glories of Prabhupada together. They discuss some memories when they were together and serving their Guru Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj, when he met Guru Maharaj, they both crying and remembering Srila Prabhupada. This is the return gift. Dadati pratiginnati. Yeah. This is the return of giving everything and surrendering oneself and our possessions to one's Gurudev. It's easy to say, Gurudev, I can surrender myself to you. Means I can massage you, I can cook for you, I can wash your clothes. But the point of giving possessions, no, that's mine. I earned that with so much difficulty. How can I give this? So one is very attached to one's possessions. And because of that attachment to one's possessions, the attraction and the attachment, which is supposed to be on the higher level to higher authorities, it just go to the lower level. You understand what I'm saying? If we have these possessions around us and we are not using in the seva of one's Gurudev and Vaishnavas, then the same possessions around us will become the source of our inspiration to enjoy. And because of that enjoyment mood, we are bereft of the service, the bereft of seva anand, the pleasure of service. Glorious are those devotees at the time of Srila Prabhupada, even at the time of Srila Swami Maharaj and many acharyas. Glorious are those devotees who gave every single penny of their possession. Every single penny of their possession for the mission of Mahaprabhu, for some projects. Many devotees, they just write a will. Okay, I need possession because I'm getting old and something can happen in my life. And if I don't have anything left with me, then who's going to look after me? At least money will help me. Even though this is lack of Sharanagati, surrenderness, but still there is always some fear and doubt. Fine. But people write in their will, whenever I'll die, even though I have my children, family, they will earn with their own accord and they will take care of themselves. But my all possessions, what I've earned and saved and preserved, should go in some positive, should go in some in a mission of Mahaprabhu, some go in some preaching, anything, XYZ. Write their will. And the moment one write this, that means surrenderness is in present there. See, this is for the grastas. But for brahmachari sannyasis, giving their body, their mind, their words, everything, and even possessions, whatever they bring from their homes, offering everything to Gurudev. So it appears like a simple dealing, but it has so much significance. Shri Radharaman Brahmachari, Shri Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj, he took out his dhoti which he's wearing and his utriya, his upper shawl, and he wrapped that paper, secured it to the bike, and carefully brought it to Mayapur. Srila Prabhupada was informed of the situation once Shri Radharaman Brahmachari returned, and he praised that boy. Srila Prabhupada, he praised that boy. Which boy? Shri Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj. He was very young, say 10 years only. Acknowledging that although he was very young, he displayed great astuteness in a difficult situation. Point to be noted. Seva in favorable conditions and seva in difficult conditions. Are they measured same? No. Seva in difficult situations, unfavorable situations is prominent. Everyone can serve in favorable circumstance, but one who serves in unfavorable circumstance, they are glorious. Glorious sevakas. Coming to Ram Leela in related to this, Hanuman served Shri Ram in all favorable and unfavorable situations. The moment, the moment Lakshman got shooted with an arrow by Indrajit and he fainted and he was on the lap of Ram. Long story short, and it is said that if anyone can bring life-saving herbs from all the way Himalayas, and that too before sunrise, can Lakshman be saved? Otherwise, I cannot save. In that difficult situation, Shri Ram also declared, if Lakshman will not stay, then Ram will also not stay. I will also leave my body along with Lakshman, because how I'm going to face Mother Sumitra, how I'm going to face the wife of Lakshman, Urmila. So I will also leave my body. And all. And Hanuman took this challenge with minute, uttered Shri Ram, and he brought this. Anyhow, Lakshman got saved, and Shri Ram glorified Hanuman like with hundreds of his mouths. He glorified Hanuman so much because Hanuman served him in that difficult situation. So serving in normal circumstance and serving in difficult circumstance, the weightage is more with the difficult one. Srila Prabhupada, acknowledging that the young boy and how smart and how intelligent he is, Srila Prabhupada praised him. And acknowledging itself is called blessings. Please understand this. We always beg for blessings. Gurudev, please bless me. Vaishnavas, please bless me. You are my Diksha Guru, or you are my Shiksha Guru, or you are my Shiksha Guru more dear than my Diksha Guru. So please give me blessings. It's fine, it's appropriate. And we are supposed to do that. But experience of Acharya says, Seva itself is blessings. When a person do seva to someone, it can be any seva. Blessings are inherent in that. It's good to ask blessings, of course. If I do something for you, I have right to ask blessings from you. That's the point. Maharaj, I will do some seva for you, but in return, I need blessings from you. Although we can demand this without any doubt. But even if we demand or if we don't demand, blessings are inherent in that seva. Why? Srila Bhakti Goswami Maharaj used to say, when you serve someone, you're making that Vaishnav happy. So making someone happy means you are serving him or her. And in that service, if you're making some Vaishnav or Vaishnavi pleased and happy, blessings automatically falling to you. Now if someone asks this question, blessings coming to me, I'm serving, you saying blessings are inherent, but I'm going through so much physically or mental turbulence, some problems in my life. Yes. Blessings of Vaishnavas, blessings of Guru comes in the form of our upliftment in spiritual life. Because that is not on a bodily or mental platform. There's a different domain. There's a different platform where it works. Enhancing the spirituality, enhance the mood of bhakti, which is endless. If we ask Hanumanji, you serving Lord Ram, you must be happy and feeling satisfied That means you don't need any more service. Will you ever say, yes, I'm done? No. Any sevaka, Guru sevak or Bhagwan sevak, they never feel satisfaction. If they feel satisfied or satisfaction, that means it's not called seva. Straight. The mood of unsatisfaction, unsatisfied, yeah, that's the mood of the sevaka. So that blessings, it helps in a different level, on a different level, on a different domain, which helps with the enhancement of one's surrenderness, one's bhakti, one's uh, moods. And the result of seva is seva. Srila Bhakti Goswami Maharaj used to say, the result of seva is more seva will come on your way. And the result of more seva means more seva will come. And then more seva will come, because this is endless. It starts from here. But even in one lifetime, in any lifetime, in one day, when we go to Vaikuntha or Golok Vrindavan to serve the Lord, what are we going to there? Oh, relaxing. Because I've done a lot of seva now, got perfection now. Oh, Krishna, you're playing with your gopis, you're with your sakhas, you're having nice time. And let me take a deep breath here. Under this kalptru tree, desire fulfilling tree, nice fruits, I must eat, I'm relaxed there. Is that what's going to happen there? No, forget about this. They're going to be more seva, and more seva, 24 hours. No time to eat, no time to drink, no time to sleep. Just by the proximity of Krishna, by the service of Krishna, everything is eating, sleeping, and drinking, everything, resting, everything is just that. Just that. This is service mode. There are so many devotees. They are so soft-hearted. I'm not going to tell their names, but they're so soft-hearted. They're always ready to serve. I think those who are watching, they can understand to whom I'm indicating. They're always ready to serve. Maharaj, just tell us how we can help you. And they're always helping me. So one feel gratitude from the heart melts. And one prays to Gurudev and entire Guru Parampara to Krishna. Please bless that soul. Please bless that soul. That seva makes connection and connectivity. Without seva, there is no connection. When Srila Prabhupada got so much impressed to see that young boy, Srila Prabhupada saw for himself how skillful Sri Radharaman was. During Shat Shiksha Pradarshani, means exhibition in Shida Mayapur, Srila Prabhupada used to host those exhibitions. Something which we hear or something which we visualize, that visualizing gives more impact and just stay in the head. If we hearing Ramayana, or if we see Ramayana on television or some episode, that visualizing gives so much impact, and it also helps to memorize that. So that's the reason Srila Prabhupada used to invite people around the world to come to Shida Mayapur and used to have this exhibition done, displaying in paintings or postures. People used to come and see this and getting impact. Krishna Leela, Gaura Leela, etc. Shri Radharaman Brahmachari was very expert, very skillful in helping in those exhibitions in Sridham Mayapur. So that's the reason, seeing his expertise, Srila Prabhupada included his name in the list of the devotees who would send to Dhaka, Bangladesh, to hold an exhibition there. Srila Prabhupada wanted to have an exhibition in capital of Bangladesh, Dhaka. Srila Prabhupada put his name there, that Radharaman Brahmachari should go. When Radharaman Brahmachari found out about this, he appealed to Sri Srimad Bhakti Vivek Bharti Goswami Maharaj, another prominent disciple of Srila Prabhupada. What Radharaman Brahmachari is saying, my grammar studies have already been paused during the exhibition in Sridham Mayapur. So if I go to Dhaka, Bangladesh, that will practically cease altogether. In those days, Srila Prabhupada used to send young boys who joined Gaudiya Math, like Srila Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, young boys, 8, 9, 10 years age. Srila Prabhupada used to send them to Bhakti Vinod Thakur Institute, and they used to get their academic and spiritual education in that school by teachers. And my Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, was one of the teachers teaching the young ones. And there were many other. Bhakti Budev Shoti Goswami Maharaj and many others. So when Radharaman Brahmachari found that Prabhupada wanted to send him to Dhaka for exhibition because he's expert in that, he approached to Bhakti Vivek Bharti Goswami Maharaj, very, very prominent disciple of Prabhupada, saying that my grammar studies have already been paused during the exhibition in Sridham Mayapur. So if I go to Dhaka, Bangladesh, then everything will be ceased altogether. When Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj put the matter before Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj, he put this matter to Srila Prabhupada, that this is what Radharaman Brahmachari is saying. Srila Prabhupada called for Radharaman Brahmachari and told him, you see, by hearing these dialogues, the interactions between Srila Prabhupada and his associates, just like we hear Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu and his associates, how Mahaprabhu was having interactions and reciprocations, which gives us so much inspiration and attentiveness how we have to proceed in our spiritual practices. It gives so much teaching and education. It's very educational. More than that is interaction and reciprocation with Srila Prabhupada and his disciples. So in this matter, see how Srila Prabhupada going to reply to Radharaman Brahmachari on this matter. Srila Prabhupada called for Radharaman Brahmachari and told him, to think we must first obtain some qualification before attempting to serve Shri Hari, means Krishna, simply invites obstacles in our lives. This is the reply of Srila Prabhupada. Here again. Srila Prabhupada said, to think we must first obtain some qualification before attempting to serve Shri Hari. We need some qualification before attempting to serve Krishna. Simply invites obstacles in our lives. Who knows what may happen in the time spent pursuing perfection? Who knows? Who knows what may happen in the time spent pursuing perfection? Our time in this human form of life is momentary. We cannot trust our breath will last. Understand? This is what Srila Prabhupada replies. You think you want to learn some grammar before you going to attempt to serve me in that exhibition is my service. Srila Prabhupada completely denied this, this theory and this prospect of Sri Radharaman Brahmachari. We can understand from this Prabhupada's one-pointedness and Srila Prabhupada's vichardhara, the stream of that thoughts, the stream of that philosophy is so strict and one-pointedness. And anything beyond that, Prabhupada said this is not bhakti. That's why he used to say my whole life spent in just telling this is not bhakti, 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 this is not bhakti. I didn't got time to explain what is bhakti. You see. So just in this interaction, there's so much philosophy behind this. If we can elaborate this with evidences from Shastras, it can go hours and hours and hours. We have only 15 minutes left. So here again, Srila Prabhupada said, to think we must first obtain some qualification before attempting to serve Krishna, Shri Hari, simply invites obstacles in our lives. Who knows what may happen in the time spent pursuing perfection? Who knows? We can fall from bhakti, or one can also give up his life before getting perfection. Our time in this human form of life is momentary. Kamala dalajal jivana talamal. Labdva sudurlam idam bahu sammanvante. Manusyam arthadam anitya piha dhira. Turnam yatet na patet anumritti yavat. Bhagavatam says this. A drop, one drop of water on the leaf is always talmal, restless. Who knows when one breeze comes and the water falls, the drop falls. Who knows what's going to happen next moment? I don't know. We all don't know what's going to happen. Then why there is so much eagerness to earn name, fame, adoration and other things which are not related to bhakti? Because who knows when is going to be last breath? And when we die, who's going to wait for us? When we die, who's going to remember us forever? Yes, for some days, of course. When we die, they will be post the messages on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on all social media. Nice person, this quality, that quality, yes, good memories. How long? 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, finish. Everyone get busy leading one's own life and struggling with one's own problems in the life. How many days people are going to remember us? No one for long. Everything will remain in memories, in notebooks, or just some. That's all. That's the truth. Srila Prabhupada, this is what he's saying. Our time in this human form of life is momentary. We cannot trust our breath will last. And this is something Very important to imbibe. Because this is something which is certain. The money will come to me or money will not come to me is not certain. Someone going to get married or not getting married, not certain. Someone will become famous or not famous, not certain. But it is very certain. There's going to be last breath one day. It's going to be certain. We're going to die one day. So what does this mean? You may ask, Maharaj, what you going to say to us? I'm not telling to anyone. I'm just expressing what I also want to understand and know. I'm just sharing my heart. This is something very certain. So what to do then? Shall we start dying from this moment? No. The message here is we should start serving and surrendering and offering everything what we have. All our energies, physical, mental, financial, whatever we are capable of. Give that energy, open heart in the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Open heart. Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj used to say, someone say has some money, just for example, just say someone have $500,000 with him, and the person is thinking, when I will leave, when I will die, I want to use this for I want to use for best purpose. So I will give this in my will to so and so person because I fully trust he will utilize my energy in best way. This in a higher sense, Srila Bharti Maharaj said, this is not called donation. And to a surprise, oh, this is not donation? No. Because when we die, when we leave our body, the possessions doesn't belong to me anymore. They belong to me when I am physically present. Then they are mine. When I leave my body, they are not mine. So when I leave my body, they are not mine. How I can say this, that I have donated this to someone? That's not called donation. I hope we understanding this. So donation is when I'm aware of the situation, when I'm alive and with my own happy mood, I'm offering this to someone. Please engage this energy in the service of Mahaprabhu and Gurudev. You can do this. You can help me. Otherwise, I'm going to use this in my sense gratification, gross or subtle. So offering anything with awareness, with physical, that's called donation. When we leave our body, we die. What is that donation? That's not mine. Even my body is not mine then. That's not called donation or giving. It is when we are living. That seva is glorious. When you leave, when you go die, then what is the glories about this? So that's why it is very subtle point to understand and to be noted. Very subtle point. At the time of Srila Prabhupada also. Jagbandhu Prabhu, the famous name. Sri Jagbandhu Prabhu, who was a very wealthy person in the city Calcutta. When he got initiation from Srila Prabhupada, he got so much inspired by hearing his lectures that he has selfless motives and he just want to serve, that's all. He was so impressed that when he got initiation, he want to offer his complete wealth. Not only want, he offered in his physical presence to Srila Prabhupada, saying that this wealth, this money is what? Is in the form of my energy which I have gained throughout my tireless working throughout my life. That's the energy. This money is in the form of energy. Please offer this and use this energy in the service of Krishna. And because of his contribution, the first center of Srila Prabhupada, such big, huge center in the heart of the city Calcutta, Shibag Bajar Gaudiya Math was being constructed. A printing press was being established there, and so much preaching happened from that center. You know, Srila Mara used to say, this is called surrendering, this is called giving. In your physical presence, with your happy mood, you're offering this. So, Prabhupada said, we cannot trust our breath will last. The rice paddy in the field must be dried when the sun is still shining. That's the saying. The rice paddy in the field must be dried while the sun is still shining. It is best to seize whatever opportunities for Hari Seva may arise. Your qualification will increase more by serving the Lord than by independently pursuing grammatical knowledge. The words of Srila Prabhupada is itself his blessings. Yeah, I'm repeating again. Very important point to be underlined, not on the notebook, but on the hard book. Underlined to in the hard book. Your qualification will increase more by serving the Lord than by independently pursuing grammatical knowledge. By serving mood, that's why we say Mukham karoti vachalam pangun lange te girim yat kripatam vande Shri Guru Deen Taranam Paramananda Madhavam. A dumb person also become vachals, outspoken. And a lame person can also cross the mountains and hills when there is mercy of Gurudev and the mercy of Krishna. Your qualification will increase more by serving the Lord than by independently pursuing grammatical knowledge. Only a life led under guidance brings auspiciousness for a spiritual seeker residing in an ashram. Only a life led under guidance brings auspiciousness for a spiritual seeker, a sadhaka, a practitioner who is residing in an ashram, any ashram, brahmachari, grasta, vanprastha, and also sannyas. This is the point, very important point. Each and every word is full of gravity. My Guru Maharaj was being told by Srila Prabhupada, I see some qualities in you I want you to work on in my publication department. Guru Maharaj humbly replied, Prabhupada, I have no experience. I never ever done any translation and addition, corrections or any editorial in any publication. I never done this. Srila Prabhupada gave one pen to Guru Maharaj and he said, it's the same point. While serving Shri Hari, all qualifications will be supplied to you. Guru Maharaj said, since then, my pen never stopped. Throughout his life, that pen was working. Guru Maharaj was working with that pen throughout his life. And this is what Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj also used to say. When you have sincere desire to serve Krishna, when you have sincere desire to serve the mission of Mahaprabhu, the supply has been given to you. Srila Maharaj said, supply is already there. but they are waiting for our sincerity, if we are actually bona fide spiritual seeker. And if the desire is bona fide to actually serve Krishna, the mission of Krishna, then supply has been given to you. From Krishna will inspire in the heart of devotees to help you. And then take it that it's not the particular XYZ, ABCD, any person is helping you. It's your Guru, and Krishna is supplying ingredients to you to serve himself. And now in the pretext of that offering, the offerings done by those devotees, they also get benefited and they also get delivered. That's the process. The supply has been given. The qualities are given. The supply is given, in which one can easily serve Krishna. So, yatha yogya bhog nahi tava rog. Whatever we have, knowledge, physical strength, intellectual strength, financial strength, in any other way, we are supposed to utilize all our energy in the service to Krishna. Should not wait. I will plan next year because I'm getting old, or I'm getting sick, or I'm getting that, or I'm getting this. Who knows when is going to be the last breath? But I understand there is always some insecurities because we are not fully surrendered souls. I understand. At least there should be a word of promise. Even if it is not physically giving. I'm not speaking only about money, but any other energy, physical, mental, whatever. At least a word of promise. Gurudev, I want to offer this to you. I want to offer my son to you. I want to offer my house to you. At least a word of promise. Because we are always in this very unusual circumstances, insecurities around us. So, of course, everyone think of their future. But at least there is a word of promise. Even that is counted as giving in physical presence. Here, Shri Radharaman Brahmachari, Shri Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj, he gave his entire life, every breath, every desire, all, everything, starting from the age of 9, when he came to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, and until his last breath. He was manifesting sickness past night for years and years and years. That is also seva. When a Mahabhagat present on this planet, even while they are chanting or even in their physical presence, they are saving the world. And in their absence, the world is bound to get into destruction. When there is, although we hear that always there is a pure devotee on the planet, but we don't know who, where, and who. Because for that, we also have to become a pure devotee, to judge a pure devotee. Anyhow, the physical presence of a pure devotee, Mahabhagat, is enough to save the world and enough to give inspiration. So on this day, we all pray to Shri Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj to bless us and to inspire us so we become capable of developing this mood and attitude of offering ourselves, offering our possessions, offering our whatever qualities we have in the service of not my family member, not my any demigod, not the society, and not my country, but to give everything to the source of everyone, and that is Krishna. Because Ekla Ishva Krishna Arsa Bhritya. Only He is the worshipable, and everyone else is His servant. So we are humbly praying, we all together, praying at the divine lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Kumuda Goswami Maharaj. So please give us that energy to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada, the mission of Mahaprabhu, to become pure in our services, in our dealings, in our conduct. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति कुमुद संत गोस्वामी महाराज की